Whoa, boy, my head is hot after that game. I got a result, right? Yeah, fantastic. The best performance that we've seen from LYON in a United shirt. Xerxes coming off the bench to cap off what was a great team performance away from home in Europe, despite the fact that Onana just let the ball go into his own net. I don't care, man. He's done. Leave him in France. I know this is going to get clipped up. I don't really care. I know my head's hot. But you cannot talk that level of smack before a game and put in a display like that. In the build-up to the game, I was saying, look, I like it. A little bit of needle between the players. Adds to the occasion. Onana turned the spotlight firmly on him, and he goes and puts in that level of performance. He has let everybody down in Europe, just like he did in the first season. In the first season, you get forgiven. No, there's more leeway for mistakes, but in your second season, you have to deliver as a Manchester United player. Transformational. Yeah, well done, Sam. You nailed that one. Genuinely leave him in France. After the amount of smack that he talked before the game, to go and deliver not one goalkeeping error, just unforgivable. Pure concentration. Ball was whipped in. Nobody touched it. He just missed to then parry it out from that. And to concede both goals because of direct errors from him to completely undo a fantastic team performance. He has let everybody down there. Amorim is, look, I'm sure Amorim's a manager who's going to forgive players in their first season, but he is making his judgments, and my judgment has been made. My God, how do we get a new goalkeeper in the same summer that we need a new centre forward and a right wing back and a number 10 and a central midfielder? I don't really know. Let's speak about the positives from that game, because that's something that's going to really annoy me, man. That should be the focus of that game. United played really, really well for the majority of the game. As soon as Onana made that mistake in the first half, the complexion changed. But LYON, I'm not just talking about his goal. And by the way, it was a great goal. Reflex, header. Can I just say this? 2-2 is a great result. To take that back to Old Trafford, I'm confident how we played there tonight that we should go through across both legs. But so I'm going back to it again. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Those levels of mistakes, when you talk that amount of crap. Well, it wasn't crap. You put the spotlight on yourself, Onana. That was self-induced, as were those mistakes, as is the criticism that will come your way deservedly after that, because you let every single one of those players down, including LYON. And that was his best performance in a United shirt. And I'm not just talking about the goal. I'm talking about how he played, the confidence in bringing the ball out from the back, man. It's making such a difference. We need more players like that in the team. But it was a great goal, by the way. And Xerxes to come off the bench, Højlund. I'm going to speak about Højlund and Garnacho in a little bit, and Bruno too. Great ball from Bruno, of course. And Xerxes with the finish. Undone by... I'm calling them unforgivable errors because of how he approached the game. Amorim will be really happy overall with his team, all right? That second half, we just had... In fact, the whole game, really, we had the measure of LYON, apart from just two ridiculous errors. That's where their goals came from. Turkey didn't really cause too many problems. What was the name of the Georgian lad? I swear he was the Georgian lad from the Euros. It began with M. He was good. He was causing problems. I'll speak about Bruno in a little bit, right? Because I kind of want to focus on these two. Højlund and Garnacho. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was a stinky, stinky performance from Højlund, and that's me putting it politely. He is a striker who's so bereft of anything. He's not even a striker anymore. He doesn't even look like a footballer anymore. He's just wearing boots. He looks like a competition winner. That's how he's playing right now. That chance that Dorgu just to cut back to Højlund on his left foot in his stride, really easy. Spooned it wide. Absolutely nowhere near. It's just not good enough from him in his second season at all. And that's kind of how I'm thinking. I'm putting Onana in that category. I'm putting Højlund in that category. And this is Garnacho's second season as a senior player in a United shirt. And I'm not just talking about that one where it was Xerxes to the right of him and Bruno to the left of him. And just decision-making again. That now, for me, is the third game in a row I'm not getting you back on screen. That's a third game in a row where I think United deserved a better result than we got. Forest away, with better finishing, we win that game. City, we win that game with better finishing. Tonight, we win that game with better finishing. And we win that game with a different goalkeeper. I'm going to go back to it again. Like, Onana deserves this negative spotlight that will come his way that's self-induced, in the same way I think Onana deserved a bit of support from United fans going into the game when Matic was talking smack. Matic was talking smack to get into his head. Well, Matic, you won. You got into his head. Or maybe you didn't. Either way. I don't think Amorim's going to be angry after that game. And when the dust settles and the frustration of what happened there, that should have been a 2-1 win. And an absolute, no, I wouldn't say a statement win, but it was just a win that United just completely deserved. Didn't really look like we were too stressed at any point. We were just playing the football, playing the patterns, creating chances, and taking chances. Well, taking enough chances. 2-1. Would have deserved that win completely. And Onana said hello. Of course, Bruno Fernandes with the assist. Bruno Fernandes with the cross in on the first. It was a pretty good goal, wasn't it? Overall. Ugarte just smacking it back in and just Yoro with the quick flick on. Bruno is important. You know that. I'm sorry. My head's just gone. My head's fully gone after that, man. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a player respond and sort of put the spotlight on himself so much and then just cower in the same spotlight that he'd done. Like, I've really admired Onana when he came out in the first season after the mistakes that he made and fronted up. But he's all bark and no bite. Performative. That's kind of what it looks like now. Because you can't back it. If you're going to talk that sort of smack, it's like McGregor when he was back in the UFC at the start. You could hate him for it, but you couldn't do anything because he just kept delivering the results and the wins. As soon as that goes, snap. That's me checking out with Onana tonight. Sorry, mate. Well, actually, there's nothing really to say sorry for. That's completely self-induced. Yoro, best performance in the United shirt. Xerxes can be happy with his camp. He offers so much more than Højlund. Højlund just has to be on the bench for the second leg. And it'll be very interesting to see whether Ruben Amorim puts Onana on the bench in that second leg. Because I would. I absolutely would. I don't know how we're going to replace everybody we need to replace this summer. Either way, it's a great result. That was a great team performance. Let down by Onana. And Højlund and Garnacho, just the final product. My God, it's just so not there, man. And it's their second season as senior players. Overall, great result, but massively frustrating.